Okay. So, the bro whisper. Uh, Could this 20-year-old be one of the Democrats' bro whisperers? Dean Withers argues online with right-wing stars like Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro. His goal to reach their young male followers. I don't know, dude. Like, this guy like walks up to you in a bar, Chaz, and he tries to talk to you about like respecting women, not calling them fat, dating single moms, voting for Kamala, um, kissing the feet of like violent criminals like George Floyd. Like, what do you do?
Just say the N-word hard R deadpan. No context. Nothing extra. Just the word. Not saying you are this or I hate them. Just N-word right then. Hard R. Looking dead in the eyes. Don't break eye contact, and then just.
That's why he's pulling out his iPhone. He's like, I'm recording this.
He's only recording
it.
He's only going to record it after the fact. That's why I only say it once, very fast.
Oh gosh.
You say it quiet, fast, but with dedication, right? You say it with your chest puffed out.
I like that. Let's see. I find it odd when Bryson made raps antagonizing the Trump crowd. It's true. Jesus comes from. Why are you trying to annoy people right when he just won? Yeah. Morse code, you're right. Yeah, like that's like here's my beef with Bryson. Like again, like I don't ever want to like attack anyone or fight anybody. Like again, everything I do here is just difference of opinions, and except for dlive, that guy, he's a piece of shit. But Bryson like initially came up because he was making all this like cringy pro MAGA rap. Whatever, don't care. A lot of people doing things that are pro-Trump that are kind of weird or strange, but whatever, you do you. And then as soon as it's convenient for him or whatever, when the chips were down for Trump, then all of a sudden, he's antagonizing his voters. He's counter-signaling MAGA. And then of course, like, dude, that's just what he does, man. Like I just think he sucks. And then he also made
this guy does look like he sucks.
Oh, and this
other dudes.
Yeah, dude. He probably Stokes Wiener is harder than Destiny.
Harder than
I don't know, dude. Like,
beat me to it.
Yeah. Oh, did I really? Damn, dude. Bright minds.
Oh no, like beat me to it.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Yeah. He said that. Bryson Gray said that a married man, cannot grape his wife. And I'm just like, whoa. Yeah. So people like that, like you don't want people like that within the dissident movement, within the MAGA movement. He makes really terrible music. But with that being said, I can respect a man who defends himself. And in my opinion, he conducted himself honorably. And it sucked because like he won the fight when he was kind of holding back. Like once he knocked the idiot down and he was on his back, he couldn't go anywhere. And it's pretty obvious that Bryson won the fight. Gave him like one good hit in the face, and then he was holding back his punches. It was like really light punches to the face. And then the douchebag, like it looked like he pressed his foot or his knee up against Bryson's balls, or he kicked him in the balls. It looked really painful. And that's when the fight pretty much ended. The whole thing looked silly. Like even though Bryson won, everybody looked like they lost. But I mean, yeah.
like come on, Gio. It's human nature to see a guy get kicked in the balls and then just laugh. Like,
yeah. Yeah, Carl Johansson, we are going to talk about the Nick Fuentes assassination. I haven't seen the full body cam footage. We're going to go over it live. It's going to be a live reaction. I am obviously pro Nick. I am anti the conspiracy theories around him, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's talk about this idiot here, the bro whisperer. He looks like one of the main characters from Ants. Dude, I thought this was
movie.
I thought this was a Transformer at first, and I'm just like,
yeah, you could have fooled me.
Yeah. So in a YouTube video that was uploaded about a month before the election, a young blonde man in baggy jeans and a graphic t-shirt sits alone at the center of a circle of folding chairs. One by one, people approach him to debate issues like abortion, inflation, and whether former President Donald Trump policies would benefit the middle class. The video titled, Can one woke teen survive 20 Trump supporters. That sounds like a porno.
No, like sounds like a get blacked premise. Like,
Yeah.
can one lone liberal survive getting a train ran on her by all
just
these
like one
Trump
woke teen in the
supporters?
room and just like a bunch of like MAGA chuds like going.
Like, oh, like she's just sitting on the couch, right? Like, you know the image of like the girl on the couch with the 5 black dudes standing behind her. It's just that, but they're all wearing MAGA hats.
Yeah, and Dean Withers looks very concerned. He's like, "Oh no, I don't know. Oh, the Giga Chuds, I can't handle it." So
Sometimes I wonder, like, if I was in that kind of scenario too, like, how would I do? But then it's like, just hypothetically speaking.
No, don't.
No, I'm not saying I would. It's just like sometimes I wonder. I mean, the whole point of those, it's not to have like an actual conversation.
Oh,
or,
you mean like
change
debating
people's
people,
mind.
like debating?
Yeah.
People.
Like
Okay.
if I was like one of those 20 Trump supporters, like versus the one woke teen. Sometimes I wonder, like, what I would do, what I would say, how I would react in those kind of scenarios. But then again, I'm not the kind of guy that can just raw dog a debate, you know?
Oh, I am,
And
I win.
I don't know.
I could probably beat. I think I would beat Dean in a debate. I'm almost sure that I can just obliterate him without any prep.
I just understand that. I understand myself pretty well to accept the fact that when it comes to random out of the blue debates, I'm not good at them because, like, you know, statistics and yada dealing with what
it depends
people
what
say
it
in the
is.
moment.
Like it depends what it is. You know, like there's a few things that like I don't really need prep for. Like election stuff, like I could just boom, 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 boom. I know what's up because I was an election official. But when it comes to the moon landing shit, like I need to prepare my opening statements. I need to, you know, practice speaking that and, you know, really fucking get my war face ready because I know as soon as I enter that arena, they're going to open the gates. I'm going to be surrounded by lions and sharks and tigers. It's going to be like that scene in Gladiators 2. And I'm on my little fucking dinky ass boat just getting fucking shit on in every direction. But, you know, as long as like I stand firm, I will prevail. Anyways, back to this Whisperer guy. Yeah, if I was there, I could probably crush him on a debate. Yeah, dude, I could be the first guy and the other, like, he would probably leave before talking to the other 19 people. So the woke teen in question is Dean Withers, a now 20-year-old liberal content creator who lives in Colorado. Oh, if Cheese is still a part of the show, I just asked him, like, hey, go down there and talk with him. Mr. Withers has been debating politics online since 2022, but rapidly gained traction in the final stretch of an election in which Republicans improved their performance with young men. Gen Z men have reported feeling economically dissatisfied and socially left behind. Frustrations that President-elect Trump sought to channel with the help of an online manosphere of podcasters and influencers in the aftermath of an election in which many Democrats believe they were outflanked online. Some are scrambling to find bro whisperers of their own. Yeah, well, you guys openly reject bro culture, if such a thing exists. So you're not going to find one.
They've been talking shit about like the average straight white male for, you know, decades now. It's no surprise that this one specific demographic that you've been talking about shit wants nothing to do with you. Hey Geo, you are retarded. Your views on the moon landing are only based on, you know, conspiracy theories and have no actual basis in reality. I think you look like a FAG. I think your voice is stupid. Your puppets are stupid, and it's a boring hobby. Like, oh, hey Geo, do you want me to hop on the next stream with you?
Absolutely not. Banned.
Exactly. That's what they've been doing. They talk all this shit. They have a bunch of ads. Okay, I went to see the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, and in the like pre-movie credits, like the advertisements before the actual movie, there's one like I don't remember exactly what it was trying to sell, but the whole thing was just like a fake movie credits crawl, but it was all like dedicated to mom, right? Like food coordinator, driver, like art, like just like teacher, breadwinner, like just a whole like text movie credits crawl. It's all saying mom. Nothing about a dad in there at all. I'm just thinking, like, those kind of advertisements are constantly around. You just gotta know how to look for them.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so we're surprised when guys want nothing to do with people that make those kind of ads that talk all that shit I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but it's like they are genuinely surprised. Right? We
I
talked
think they
all
are.
this shit.
I think they
We have
are.
been talking all this shit, and rather than them accepting it and asking for forgiveness, like, oh, Gio, I'm a straight white man, please forgive me. Rather than that, these men are saying, okay, fuck you too. What? That's such a hate-filled, intolerant way to respond. I don't know. It's just
The best thing to do for us, for sensible people, both men and women, is just simply to walk away from the left,
Yeah.
walk away from the
I-
Democratic Party, because
like-
they don't have any meaningful solutions to anything.
When you jokingly asked, this guy walks up to me at a bar and starts all this shit, that's like you just said what I should do. Don't engage. Don't talk with him at all. Because
yeah, but just laugh. Honestly, like on the real though, like
Laugh
if someone
and walk
like
away.
if Dean Weathers, if Dean like came up to me and was like, "Yo, dude, like I seen your podcast, like, what's up?" I would probably just laugh in his face. Again, like I'm not, and somebody asked me even like today because I was goofing on Destiny, and they're like, "Well, why don't you debate him?" I think Pisco or one of Pisco's friends was offering to say, and someone else that I personally know that I've known for a long time that does know Stephen Bono. They asked me if I wanted to debate him or go on his show, and I said no. I'm not. One, I don't invite myself to places, and two, like even if I was asked to, I like almost 99% would not do it because I think he's annoying, and I just don't think there's anything to gain from such an interaction.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up really quick. This is not really a long article. So he is part of an ecosystem. They are eyeing people like Mr. Withers, who attended a holiday reception at the White House on Tuesday. He is part of an ecosystem of left-leaning influencers, including Hassan Piker, the 33-year-old progressive commentator who streams for hours a day on Twitch. An even younger group of men, including Harry Sisson and Mr. Withers, and a friend known online simply as Parker, each have more than 1 million followers on TikTok, where they brawl with supporters of Mr. Trump during combative, unpredictable live streams that Mr. Withers compared to UFC matches. Can their fluency in the language of the manosphere be used to encourage young men to consider liberal viewpoints instead of conservative ones? Mr. Withers thinks so. Well, it obviously isn't working because there isn't even, in my opinion, there's a larger ecosystem of far leftists who just engage with other individuals to get them to change their mind and vote for Trump or vote for Kamala or whatever Democrat they prop up. And people aren't falling for it. People listen to Joe Rogan and they like what he has to say and they generally agree with him and they follow him because Joe Rogan is a leader. Dean Withers is not a leader. Hassan Piker is not a leader. None of these people have any leadership skills or ability. They're not real men, in my opinion. Let's see. I used to be a very conservative young white guy who was captured by people like Andrew Tate or Joe Rogan. Well, Andrew Tate is not a conservative. There's nothing conservative about him, and neither is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is not a conservative, even today. So again, you're just a moron. You're making this up. You're a liar. You're a liar or you're stupid. One of the two. He said in a recent phone interview, "Now I found my nook and cranny on the internet where I can help be the opposing force to that." There's probably a lot of pussy in being like, looking like Dean. Apparently Dean was like a model. So he was like a supermodel, but like a boy model. And you get to hang out with like, douchebag celebrities, like real ones, not like internet ones. And you get to hang out with like Biden. Yeah, dude, there's probably like a lot of pussy in it. Like, guys, I can't tell you how many chicks I got with on the Bernie campaign. Mr. Withers streams for about 5 hours a day on TikTok, where he has more than 2 million followers, a vocal supporter of Vice President Kamala Harris. He spent the months leading up to the election sparring eagerly with right-wing figures whom many on the left-wing establishment would rather not touch, including the conservative activist Charlie Kirk, the conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, and the prominent white supremacist Nick Fuentes, who openly admitted that he's Mexican, but whatever. His approach diverges from that of an earlier generation of progressive commentators. It is hard to imagine the 4 millennial men who host Pod Save America. Oh, that's them? Ugh. Sitting down with Mr. Fuentes, a font of misogyny, racism, and anti-Semitism. Mr. Withers gets comments asking whether what can seem like a potentially dangerous shock jock approach is the wisest strategy for changing young minds. But Mr. Withers said he believes such debates are worthwhile because they can help introduce progressive ideas into right-wing echo chambers. Here's where you're wrong. All the left wing or progressive ideas are already embedded or have already been introduced to the right wing, and the only thing that the right wing does, for the most part, is make fun of them. You have to convince them that they're good. See, that's what you don't understand. Like people, like he acts like we're like a bunch of fucking Neanderthals. We're just chimping out and making monkey noises.
I'm too
And
stupid
then
to understand why
yeah,
what
like
he says
we've
is
never
good.
heard of this. And then here comes this little
Gio,
fruitcake.
Gio, marrying a woman that has like 100+ body count and 5 divorces. Oh yeah, marrying her is perfectly fine.
Very
Nothing bad could
progressive.
happen. Like
Very progressive.
like she's changed. She loves you for you now.
She's ready to settle down now. So Trump won this election because the right has now dominated the culture war with younger men. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but whatever. Mr. Withers said, he continued, we just need to be able to convince a younger generation of white guys that people who live in our society that aren't white guys face problems that they don't even know exist. Yeah, dude.
Like
boo fucking who, bro?
Like, problems that I don't think exist. Oh yeah, like my problems with money, relationships, that kind of Oh, but a black man, he deals with these problems and racism.
Oh, but Chaz little Ahmed over there is like typecast as a terrorist. He's trying to get a job in Hollywood, but the only roles he gets are like, these terrorists.
Men of Indian descent have to deal with poo in the street jokes. Boo hoo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
at that same the same viewpoint could be said for the other way around. You can tell a black guy, hey, they're guys that are white that deal with problems that you don't understand. Oh, but it's only from their perspective that matters, right?
Yeah.
If you try to tell anyone on the left that, hey, white guys might have problems unique to them in society and shit. Yeah, oh no, but like they'll give you the whole spiel of white privilege. It's like just like you already know what they would respond to that. And the thing is, but they're trying to tell us we need to be open-minded. But if we say something like that, instantly closed-minded, no, you're wrong. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
Talking with these guys, pointless waste of time. It's only good if you're trying to make content out of it. But if you're just some random nobody hopping into like his thing, I'm sure that he looks down on you intellectually. He thinks that you're some little lost lamb that, he's trying to bring you back to the herd. Otherwise, you'll be lost and the right-wing wolves will tear you apart or some bullshit.
Yeah,
he's a benevolent, malevolent, like whatever.
Yeah, here's like, they kind of just telling themselves here. They're confused as to why the white boys are abandoning the modern left. They're abandoning the Democratic Party in droves. I know quite a few Bernie bros. All the Bernie babies, all the burn victims. I took as many as I could during the 2016 election, and I think a little bit more than half voted for Trump this time around as well. And about a little less than half they stayed MAGA after 2016. But dude, like, imagine if you were a white male or you're a man of European stock, and you're told that you can't be getting into universities because of the color of your skin. You're not going to get preferential treatment. You're going to be denied job promotions because of the color of your skin. If you have a small business, they're going to fuck with you. They're going to punish you if you don't hire a certain amount of people from a specific group. So now there's forced association. And then, of course, there's just all the replacement and, blatant racism against and antagonism against white or European individuals. And then along comes this fucking fruitcake, this model, literally a fucking supermodel man. And he's like, yo, what about all these other problems with these other... Dude, I don't fucking care. We can't eat. We can't afford food. We have all these problems. And now you're telling me, oh, well, there's all these other problems you don't know exist. Yeah, because they probably mind their own fucking business. And they probably realize, like, we're on our own, We're on our own. And no one's looking out for us. I mentioned it, I think a stream or two ago. Kamala Harris's policy proposals exclude people like me and Chaz because we are not black. because we don't belong to the actual privileged groups in society. Where they get all the literally free money because of the color of their skin. And the white guys see this and they say, fuck you. Like, and again, none of this has to do with Joe Rogan. None of this has to do with Theo Von or any of these other, broadcasters. Like, people see it on the news. Kamala Harris saying, hey, I'm going to give free money to this group of people only because of the color of their skin. We're going to give preferential treatment to these people only because of the color of their skin. And they also ordered, during those horrible hurricanes, FEMA to actively avoid and not assist victims of the hurricane if they were President Trump supporters, most of whom are white.
Oh, but
yeah,
Tyrone on the New York subway, he's being
they look at him with
retard.
suspicion. You think you got it easy? They think he's a criminal, even though
meanwhile he's loudly screaming at other people on the subway cart. And Gio, did you hear that some poor woman was actually burned alive?
Yeah, I saw it.
I believe to death. If she's not dead, she's a fucking burn victim for the rest of her life.
No, she died.
Dude said her. She died.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that
she wasn't gonna survive that. I don't have it on the docket, but I'll just say this because we pretty much get this. So